Recording in progress.
We good. We good. It's alright. We good. We good. We good. It's alright. We good. We good. We good. It's alright. We good. We good. We good. It's alright.
Running races around the races, got 499 and come around.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of Primarily Speaking, show where we love to talk shit on a plethora of topics and all that other good stuff I usually like to say. I am your host with the most, man with the gas, Mr. Poppin' 2 quarters, let me get it that ass. He is your boy, Prime, in the motherfucking building.
No doubt about it. And his right hand man. Let me introduce myself, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Total Package Breaks Devereaux. Captain Carolina back in the house with my homeboy, my cuz, my dog, all that rolled into one. Back at you once again, bringing you some funky topics to talk about, some real shit. What we got going on, man?
Yes, man. I think we got a very good show today, very good topic today that I intentionally didn't tell you about, but we're going to get into that shortly. Before we do that, before we get into all of that good stuff, today is Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Halloween. And it's a celebrated holiday with all this costumes and candy and shit like that, man. What do you plan on doing for Halloween, sir?
Absolutely nothing. Everybody done got what they supposed to get for Halloween as far as my kids, and ain't nobody coming here. So
y'all usually give out candy?
Yeah, it is what it is. No.
Do y'all usually get trick-or-treaters y'all usually have trick-or-treaters like small kids in the neighborhood?
Yeah, they probably come out, but they don't come in.
Our neighborhood
they know what time it is.
We don't have a lot of small kids that I see in our neighborhood. But we usually trick or treat here. We spin around like 3 blocks in my neighborhood, and we usually get a fair amount of candy, man. Just depending on which house you go to. And but this year I think we might go to my mom's neighborhood because I think that their neighborhood is a little more festive, a little more people. So we might go there to later on this evening and do a little bit of trick or treating. I'm over it, but you know. I'm ready for my kids to be over it, but my daughter still want to go trick or treating, so. I gotta do my daddy duties. No
doubt about it.
Do you, sir, have any favorite memories of Halloween from your past? Was a kid or anything like that? Maybe even with your kids when they were small?
Can't really think of one in particular. You know, all the ones with the kids always been fun. When they was little, you know, after a while they'd be like, "Yeah, fuck daddy, ain't nobody want to mess with daddy." They go do their own thing, you know. So, but almost everyone with my kids when they were little, and that's like pre-teen years old, you know, because that's when they're the cutest, man. You know. But
yeah.
I can't say, man. What was yours, man?
My favorite memory of Halloween, and really just because after a certain age, we just said fuck costumes. We just would just have a bag and just go knocking on doors, hey, trick or treat. We wouldn't even have a fucking costume on. But I think I might have stopped. That was my favorite memory about it was just walking the streets with friends and you know what I mean, without parents. We didn't have parents taking us around and do trick or treat. We could go on our own and just explore. We be all over the city, man. We ain't just stay on the drive, man. We was all the way across Hampton Park. We was as far down, not all the way to Back to Green, but you know, down President Street a little bit. It used to be all over, man. On the west side, just trick or treating. That's what my favorite memory. Just being able to just walk around, seeing a bunch of people out and about, just doing it. The only thing you had to look for was somebody trying to snatch your bag. That's it.
There you go. Yeah. I'm about to say, don't make it sound like it's all rosy and shit or whatever. You had to dodge some bullets, literally.
Yeah. Sometimes. Well, I don't remember gunfire, but I remember niggas will try to steal your bag now. If you ain't locked in, somebody try to steal your shit now. But yeah, that was it, man. How was your past week, man? How's your past? We even had a show in about 2 weeks, so how was your past 2 weeks? I should say.
Yeah, you want to tell the people why we ain't had a show in the past week? Because I'll tell you why, ladies and gentlemen. somebody went to homecoming and didn't act their age. That's why we didn't have a show last week. So
That's on me. That's on me. I gotta take that one on the chin. That's on me, man. I went to
yeah,
Benedict homecoming, man. Benedict homecoming was off the chain, man. I seen a lot of cats I ain't seen. A lot of people I went to high school with that I ain't seen in a minute, man. Shout out to K Meg. Shout out to Brutus, Antoine Richardson. Shout out to Pooch. You know, he's a coach up here in the metro area, man. Shout out to Raymond. And shout out to Jamie, man. Jamie, he from back home. He ain't with the Burke, nothing but shout out to Jamie, man. Henry, I saw Pep, man. I saw a lot of cats, man. Big Kim, shout out to Big Kim, man. I saw a lot of people, man, that I ain't seen in a while. And it was just refreshing to see folks, man, and just chill. And an outside environment. We were outside people. You know, it wasn't like overcrowded or nothing like that. But it was just cool, man. No issues out there. We had our own little corner. I mean, what they call it, I come to join their festivities and food, drinks, you know what I'm saying? Anything you needed was over there in that corner. You had to go nowhere, man. That shit was lovely. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And yeah, I did a little too much out there. I ain't gonna say of what, but I did a little too much out there, and I was not very functional the next day. Very, very, very moving, very slow, very slow.
yeah. Yeah, I wanted you to let the people know you didn't act your age and you paid for it all last week, dog. It takes time to recuperate from things like that.
Let me tell you, man. I was in the bed. This was last week Saturday. I was home by 10. I got out there. They've been out there like all day. The game had started at 2, but they was out there since like 10, 11 o'clock. I get out there about 4 o'clock. They was still going strong. We leave about 9:30, something like that. And I was home by 10:30. I was home, and I was asleep by 11:30. I was in the bed, knocked out by 11:30, bro. Yeah, not one of my best weekends, but I had a great time.
Exactly.
I had a great
and that's
time.
how it goes down. See, and next time you'll be responsible and act your age. Man.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Gotta slow it down.
That's the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm.
Got to find ways to slow it down. People got to slow it down. But it was cool, though. I really had a good time, man. Shout out to Pooch, man. You got a nice new concoction out there, man. I ain't going to say what it is. I don't know if you want me to, but yeah, man. If you know Pooch, man, holler at him. Holler at him and ask him why he talking about shit. I ain't want to say just yet, but I got a matter of fact, I got to reach out to him because I need to get some more of that. But yeah. You know, we do, me and my daughter, we do Snack Crate. Do Snack Crate reviews. We did one of those actually earlier today. We got one from New Zealand, and that shit was pretty good. I was actually thoroughly surprised by the contents.
Yeah, from New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Okay.
Yeah, Snack Crate, man. We got several of them. I'm probably gonna post them up after a while, man. We got like, I don't know, 15 or 20 videos of that. So yeah, I'm gonna put that up soon. It's real fun to do with my daughter, man. That's been my last week or two things I've been up to, man. You ain't never answered. What you been up to?
That was purposely done.
Mm-hmm,
you just messed it all up.
Yeah.
But I worked. How about that?
Trying to deflect.
I did a lot of working and a lot of being home, enjoying my new mattress. How about that?
Ooh.
A lot of boring old man stuff. And you know what I mean by enjoying my new mattress?
Acting your age, huh?
Taking naps. Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. Man. Well, let's get into some topics, man. And the first one I want to get into is the Lil Nas X and Boosie, Lil Boosie. They been going back in the forefront, so to speak, unnecessarily, but recently Lil Nas X was kind of trolling. He was trolling Lil Boosie and saying that him and Boosie have a song together. You know, just reiterating that, saying it over and over again. And Boosie responded and was like, you know, stop playing with me, stop playing with my name, you know what I mean, and putting out false information. But he said a lot of real derogatory things. I don't have I can't tell you word for word what he said, but a lot, just calling him the F word, the gay slur, and also telling him he should kill himself and that nobody wants you here, which I think was uncalled for, right? But here's my thing about the whole thing, because I heard an explanation that basically said Lil Nas X knows what he's doing. And what he was doing is because, you know, even though he had a recent buzz going on when this back and forth first came out. Nobody's really talking about it now. So he wants to keep his name in the fray. So he know that him and Boosie are a real hot topic. So he did that just so he can get people talking again, or maybe to go out and buy his album or whatever the case may be, because ain't nobody really checking for him. And they was like, somebody basically was kind of saying like they understand it, what he's doing, as though it was okay. And I didn't agree with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if it's entertainment only, but if it's only entertainment on one side and this shit is more serious on the other side, then you shouldn't be playing with people like that. Like, I don't agree with him putting Boosie name in his mouth, trolling in that type of manner just to get attention to his situation. You know what I mean? If it ain't no real issue, I don't condone that bullshit. That was some bullshit to me. What you think about it, man?
Well, like I told you about that little clown, that's the type of shit he does. You know.
You did say that.
Yeah, I've been saying that for the longest time, man. And I mean, he really is unimpressive as an artist. He's underwhelming as a rapper, which he's not. You know, and I think it's messed up that just like I kind of agree with you. You know, for him to do that is wrong. You know, and at the same time, I'm not gonna condone how Bootsy responded, but I'm not surprised at how he responded because he already made it clear how he feels about people like this little, you know, ex dude.
Right.
So, you know, just, you know, cut the bullshit, man. I mean, like, at some point, this little fella gonna get himself hurt. You know, just trying to catch some clout. You know, and I think it's messed up. You know, now he got. I mean, Boosie probably don't care, but he got people looking at Boosie all kind of way, like, oh man, he's a homophobe. You know, he's a homophobe. Which, you know, I can't say he is or not, but that little ex dude need to stop that shit, man, or he gonna really get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I agree. And then I actually don't think that Boosie is a homophobe at all. I just think he got a problem with Lil Buddy, Lil Nas X specifically. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been, you know, you've heard of Big Frida? You know who that is?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
She's from New Orleans. Well, I don't know if I should say he or she, but she's not transgender, but I don't know. She dresses up. He is a he that dresses up as a woman. And she's a bunks artist, a highly famous bunks artist, probably the number one bunks artist out of New Orleans. She's been doing it for years, 20 years or so, man. She's actually pretty big nationally. And she came out and was like, Boosie's not homophobic. Like, she's cool with Boosie and everything. Even Flame Monroe, who's a comedian, which is a guy that dresses up as a woman, and he's cool with Boosie, or she's cool with Boosie, and you know, she's even come to his defense saying like he's not what people think he is. And I think it's specifically just a problem with Lil Nas X, which I actually don't. I understand why he has a problem. Maybe don't agree with his tactics of responding to it, but I can understand that he just has a problem with that one person and not over with that community in general. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, I think that's what it is too, you know. But and I can see why he got a problem with that clown, because that clown is the type of person that causes problems, man. I'm telling you, that dude is not gay. He playing a role. Y'all beware, man. Don't support him at all, man. Boo, boo, man. Get that guy out of here, man. Get him out of here.
And look, man, if you want to do antics because your album ain't selling, you know what I'm saying? That's cool to do gimmicks and antics if that's the kind of artist you want to be, a gimmicky artist. That's cool. But don't start getting people involved that don't fuck with you like that. Do with somebody that does fuck with you like that. You know, like, don't. I don't agree with that. That's some bullshit. That's some kiddie shit, and somebody on this team should have told them otherwise, man. You got a terrible team for letting you or allowing you to go do that shit, thinking it's okay, man. Terrible team. Somebody on your team should have told you better.
Yeah. Do better. Do better, y'all.
Do better. Alec Baldwin, you know, he's in a lot of hot water behind his movie Rust, and what happened with the young lady Helena. Damn, I can't remember her last name right now. The was not assistant director. I forgot her actual title, but anyway, she was killed. Another person was injured because Alec Baldwin was using a prop gun, and the prop gun had live ammunition in it, and she was fatally shot. Another person injured. So my thing a whole about it is, I don't fault Alec Baldwin. I fault whoever was handling those weapons, because why was there live ammunition on the set at all? You know what I mean? Even because I heard a story where they say they've been taking the guns out to shoot on the range, in between shoots or when they weren't shooting or whatever the case may be. But my thing about it is, for one, why are the guns that are used in the movie used for this target practice, whatever fun thing that you're doing? You should have your own separate things to do that. You know what I'm saying? And why was live ammunition? Who in the hell was supposed to check and make sure that no live ammunition was in that gun? To me, they're at fault. To me, man. I know how you say the person at the top is ultimately responsible, but you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I don't think Alec Baldwin should be as much hot water as he's in behind it.
Right. I mean, I don't know if he specifically in like hot water like that, but um some higher ups around there definitely going to be. Because from what I gathered from that story, there's a big difference between prop guns and what they had on that set.
Right.
So the fact that everybody talking about prop guns, they didn't have actual prop guns on that set. They had some type of different type of guns that actually shot projectiles for
Mm,
whatever reason. And to me, I sound like a fucking gun. But
yeah.
even the star of the movie, he was talking about it. He said at one point, one scene, he had projectiles zipping past his face and doing all kind of stuff, causing kind of type of damage, and they were almost like rubber bullets or whatnot. But I agree with you. To be this negligent just to get like a realistic look on your scene, and that's almost reminiscent of what happened to Brandon Lee.
Right. Right.
Years ago on The Crow. God bless him, man. I still might do, man. The Crow is an awesome movie. For you youngsters that don't know, check out the original Crow, not that second bullshit they came out
Yeah, I'm about to say the second one
with.
was bullshit.
Yeah. Don't do that. Check out the original Crow with Brandon Lee. But yeah, it's tragic, man. I mean, that young lady lost her life. Um, Alec Baldwin caught up in the middle of this. I don't know how much he knew, about the guns, but like you said at one point, and I heard that story too, they was taking it out for target practice or whatnot.
Hmm.
So it sounded like a real Wild West scenario on a movie set that shouldn't be,
Right.
and somebody got to answer for that because a young lady's dead.
Yes.
So yeah, we need justice. We want the truth.
Yeah, that was tough, man. I don't know how the hell they let that slide, man. That's disheartening
Right?
to hear,
Yeah,
man.
it's awful.
Let's see what else we got. All right, so I forgot to tell everybody, we're gonna have a guest today. We have Miss Trina Butler is gonna be joining us today. Good friend of mine. Went to USC with her, and she has a lot of information about using holistic medicine and methods that I thought would be a very good thing to share with the people, especially after all this candy people gonna be ingesting. It's be good to get some good healthy news. You know what I mean, on top of everything.
Right.
So we're gonna be inviting her in a little while. Prior to doing that, I would
And
like.
and make sure she gets a round of applause when she comes in.
I'm gonna make sure she get a round of applause. I'm definitely gonna do that.
There you go. There you
Um,
go. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and send her the invitation so that we can get her up in here and knock this out, because I want to get to our big topics. I think it's gonna be a very good conversation. Watch why I tell you. Think
Is it
every-
going to get me fired up, man? I
Yeah.
mean, because
Not in a bad way.
okay,
It's gonna get you fired up, but not in a bad way, sir. I think it's gonna be a very informative conversation, and I don't think it's gonna infuriate you, but you're definitely gonna. I think you're gonna agree with me. All right.
okay,
We got our guest coming in, everybody. We got our guest coming in. Let's bring her in.
all right, here we go.
Let's do it. Do it. Do it.
And by the way, I never get fired up in a bad way. I always get fired up in a good way. Want that to be known.
True, 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 true. I didn't mean to imply that at all. We got our Trina coming in. She's just getting her audio connected, and we will be talking with her very, very soon. Miss Trina, how are you?
Hello, hello, hello. I was trying to figure out how to log in, but I got it.
She's got it. I want to welcome to the show, everybody, Miss Trina.
What's up? How
Yeah,
you
Great.
been?
this is not the baddest bitch from Miami, but she is a bad bitch. I will say that. I hope you don't mind me seeing using that
Oh,
phrase.
oh my
It's too,
God.
it's too late now. It's too late now, cuz.
How you doing, Trina? How you doing today?
I'm good, man.
Thank you for
I'm
joining.
good.
Thank you for coming in on the show, man. Just a quick introduction, Miss Trina. She is a friend of mine that I know from my Gamecock days, and very, very solid Gamecock, by the way. She loves the Gamecocks. I always see her out at homecoming, and the reason that I wanted to bring her on the show today is because Trina is very into a lot of holistic methods, and I'm very intrigued by it, and I wanted to get her take on a lot of this stuff and get some input and some advice that she might be able to impart on us, something we can adopt in our daily lives, man, so we can be healthy and stuff like that. So Miss Trina, first off, I want to ask you a question. I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce you to my co-host, Mr. Rex Devereaux, Captain Carolina himself.
Hey, what's up?
What's up,
That's what I'm
Rex?
talking about. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I was wondering when he was gonna introduce us. He just kept on spilling and spilling and spilling. So
I'm
you
terrible
see
at
what
that.
I
He's
go
so
through.
rude.
I'm terrible at
Yeah,
He's
you
so
see what I
introductions.
rude.
do.
I am terrible at that. I apologize. But Miss Trina, so quick background. Where are you from? Where were you born and raised?
Okay, so I was born in Augusta, Georgia,
Okay.
but raised right across the water, Trenton, South Carolina, which is like about 13 miles from Augusta.
Okay.
So I grew up in the country, so I'm a country girl. Grew
Mm.
up in the sticks of South Carolina.
It's a lot of sticks in South Carolina. So
Right.
um,
CSRA, Central Savannah River area.
here we go. I'm actually gonna be in Savannah in a few weeks. Um, uh, what was your upbringing like? And I asked that for a reason.
Okay, so I had older parents.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was almost 40 when I was born, and my mom was like 28. So she was like 9 years old, younger than my dad. So he had this old soul, so he lived off the land,
Ah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was a farmer, so he raised his own crops. We raised hogs. Eh, I mean, everything that we ate, we pretty much grew. So, and I mean like collards, um, corn, turnip greens, anything you could think of that was a vegetable, he grew it. So I come from a holistic background before I even knew what it was back then.
Mm. And that's why I asked that question because I know you mentioned that your pops had got you into it, and condolences by the way. We know that he passed a few months ago, right?
Yes, thank you very
You're
much.
very very
Yes, he
welcome.
did back in June.
Yeah, I know you talked extensively about your pops and how much you loved him. So prayers to him, and my heart goes out to you about about the stuff that you're going through with that. And what I want to ask you about the holistic thing is how long have you been doing it since then? All this time, or did you just kind of like reintroduce yourself to it recently?
Well, yes and no, because when I was younger, I used to watch my dad. He made his own moonshine. He made his own wine. And when I was 14, I broke out in hives, and I thought he was gonna take me to the doctor. I was like, man, I'm sick. I want to go to the doctor. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go in the woods, and I'm gonna bring back these leaves, and I'm gonna boil it into a tea, and give it to you. I was like, man, he crazy. So he came back, he boiled it into a tea. And I'm sitting up there itching like crazy. And he gave me the tea. He's like, drink it, your hives will go away. And sure enough, in like 15, 20 minutes, my hives went away. And I was like, damn,
Wow.
my daddy, he's kind of smart. but I really wasn't feeling it then, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because I'm 14, so I wasn't worried about none of that stuff. What got me in it was about 20 years ago when my mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And, you know, she was doing all this chemo, and I realized it was making her sicker. It wasn't making her well. And then when she died, I was like, nah, man, it's got to be a different way.
Right.
So when I was like 25 is when I started getting into, let me look up and research natural ways to heal the body as opposed to just taking traditional medicine.
Yeah, the over the counter
So
type
that's how I
stuff.
got into it. I've been in, yeah, over the years, and then I just kind of got more into it. But it started right around the time I was 25.
Now, people usually tout some of the benefits, but from because you are not somebody that was just recently introduced to it, can you give us a few tips about what some of the benefits are about uh, using holistic type ingredients in your body? Not whole, I shouldn't say holistic ingredients, but being holistic and putting the right things inside your body. What are some of the benefits of that?
Well, first off, let me just say this. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, I have diabetes, or I have heart disease. It runs in my family." But that's not always true. As a matter of fact, most of the time that's not true. The only reason why you get diabetes because your parents had diabetes is because you have the same lifestyle and you're eating the same foods that they ate. If you change your lifestyle and you eat more clean, then you probably won't develop diabetes later in life. So to answer your question, the benefits of being holistic as opposed to medicines, a lot of people know the traditional medicines, they heal your symptoms or whatever symptoms you're having, but they cause other problems in your body.
Mm.
For instance, my dad was on heart medication, blood thinners. Okay, it stopped him from having a heart attack, but it was killing his kidneys
Ah,
because what they don't tell you is the side effects of the medicine is like poison. So if you prevent it on the front end, then it heals the cause of what's going on in your body rather than treating the symptoms.
that's like those medicines they always you see the commercials about that supposed to cure one thing, but then they tell you this long list of side effects it could possibly cause. You know what I mean? That's like
Correct. Like for instance, metformin it's a popular diabetes drug, and so now they pulled it from the shelf recently because it was causing cancer in people.
yeah. I
So
think a lot of medicine. I would say almost damn near any medicine out there have some kind of side effect to you. But when you take
absolutely.
a lot of these more clean ingredients that you ingest, are there bad negative side effects to any of it that you take?
I think most of it could be like if you don't, you can have an upset stomach, or if you're allergic to it, you can break out from a rash, but you're not gonna die from it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like some of these medicines people take, they could actually die from it.
So
So that's the
gas.
difference.
So gas. That's a side
Yeah,
effect.
gas. Yeah, right. Upset stomach, gas. You might have a headache
Get the
or
runs.
whatever.
You might get a little bit of diarrhea.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
Little
cool.
bit of the
right.
Lucy's. Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: as you got back into it, what are some of the regimens that you find yourself adapting, having to adapt to that you do on like a daily basis? Like you do this every morning or you do this every night?
Oh man, you gonna think I'm weird because I do a lot of stuff every day.
Lay it on me,
Okay,
champ. Lay it on me.
so I wake up in the morning, and before I get in the shower, I do what you call oil pulling. So what that is, if you take coconut oil, set or either sesame oil or some type of olive oil, and you
Mm,
take a teaspoon and you swish it around your mouth for like 20 minutes.
mm,
And so by the time you get in the shower, get out of the shower, you spit it out. You don't spit it in the toilet, you spit it in the trash can, and you don't spit it in the sink because it could clog your pipes.
right.
What that does is it pulls the bacteria out of out of your bloodstream through your mouth.
Wow.
I know it sounds weird.
Now, I'd
Yeah,
never heard of that
it
before.
prevents it prevents tooth decay. It can prevent headaches. Of course, it prevents bad breath. Um, It keeps it can reverse gingivitis, all kind of stuff. So it only takes 20 minutes a day. A lot of people don't like it because you can kind of gag after, because when you do it, the oil thickens in your mouth. I know,
Yeah.
TMI, but it naturally whitens your teeth as well. So people always like, oh, you got your teeth are so white. Do you bleach them? No, I don't. I oil pull.
Wow.
So that's one thing.
I'm writing that down. Oil pull,
Yeah,
right?
look it up. Oil pull.
Oil
Yeah.
pull.
Oil pull.
Okay.
And most people do it with coconut oil.
Coconut oil. Because I was going to
So
say,
that's
what's the best kind? But you did say sesame, coconut, and what's the other one you said?
olive
Oil. Okay.
oil.
Now, what happened if you missing swallow
But I
something?
use coconut oil.
What happened if you missing swallow something?
Whoop! You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because you're swallowing the bacteria back down, and that's not it. Some people do accidentally swallow it. I did it the first time I started doing this,
Yeah.
and it's not a good experience. So make sure you do not swallow if you try that.
Don't swallow.
That sounds kind of.
I know they tell the ladies that nowadays, but don't swallow.
That sounds a little crazy.
He couldn't
Don't
wait to say that. He couldn't wait to say that. Don't swallow.
Sorry, that's bad. That's bad.
Don't swallow.
What else?
Ah, man. So the elderberry, I have my own health and wellness business. So I make elderberry and sea moss. So I'll take a tablespoon of elderberry and sea moss every morning as well.
I heard a lot about elderberry and sea moss.
Yeah, elderberry, prevents cold and flu. And, studies have shown that it can prevent COVID. I'm not sure about that, but I've read where people that have been regularly taking elderberry, if they did catch COVID, they did not get sick. So,
right. Okay.
That's neither here nor there. So that, what else do I do every morning? Of course, I exercise. I try to exercise 5 days a week, but, what
That's
else?
the real world.
Everybody's trying.
It's hard, right? Because I kind of, get off of that and then I get back on, especially when you have a lot going on. So that's one thing. And I burn diffusers and I put essential oils in the air. It helps build your immune system. So I typically use tea tree oil and eucalyptus, and I put it in my diffuser, and I just burn it all through the house.
Okay.
It's running all day.
I was gonna ask you, like, other than like foods that you can ingest, what are some other like holistic methods that people can adopt that would also be beneficial?
This is gonna sound crazy, but eat less meat and eat more vegetables and stay away from dairy.
Right.
So that means the cheese. I mean, every time I say that, that's so crazy. Every time I say that, people are just like, nah, I ain't feeling that. But I promise you, man, the stuffy nose that people have, they thinking, oh, I think I'm coming down with a cold. Oh, I think I have an allergy. It's the dairy. If you cut out milk, cow's milk, and cheese, if you have allergies and you cut that out for 30 days, you're going to see a big difference. My brother did it because he did not want to let cheese go. And when he did, he was like, oh, my God, I can sleep at night. My nasal passage is clear. It's because of the cheese. It's the dairy.
Just getting rid of cheese. Damn, man.
I'm not saying give it up completely, but definitely cut back on that.
Scale back. Okay. All right. Because I had
and the meat, too.
I had a coworker. He said he did vegan for a weekend, and by Monday he immediately felt different. Like he could tell a better energy in his body just from one weekend eating vegan.
Absolutely, because meat and dairy causes mucus in your body, which causes inflammation, and inflammation is the number one culprit for disease. Okay.
Now, outside of food. Well, because holistic is entire, right? Your whole self. So outside of food, what other holistic like things can people do? Activities or just little things to do that people can adopt that could help with their health.
Man, it's so many things.
Give us like 2 or 3.
Like if you have, okay, so one, if you have like pain in your body, you have stiff joints, maybe you were a former athlete, you have arthritis or whatever, you can wear copper bracelets, copper rings, and copper necklaces. The copper is a nutrient that your body needs, and for some rhyme or reason, it reduces inflammation in your body. It reduces inflammation in your body, and for some reason, it promotes cardiovascular health. So that's why they always say when you wear a copper bracelet, wear it on your left arm because it's closer to your heart. And if you do that, because my dad used to do it, he had severe arthritis, and he would wear these copper bracelets on his arm. And I'm like, what is that for, Dad? He was like, oh, it helps with my arthritis. So when I researched that, copper bracelets can build your immunity, it can increase cardiovascular health, and it reduces stiff joints. So if you have stiff joints or stiff hands, it helps with that. So that's one.
Nice.
Himalayan salt lamps in your house.
What does that do?
Like the pink Himalayan salt that you eat.
I know you're talking
but
about.
it's like a rock. It's like a rock, and they make it into the form of a lamp. And when you plug it up, it warms the salt, and the salt cleans the air in your house. And if you have allergies, it can promote healthier lungs in your house.
Did not know that either.
Not healthier lungs in your house, but yeah, Himalayan salt lamps.
Okay, one more.
And the number 3 is plants, living plants in your house. If you put living plants in your house, it cleans the air in your house. It creates oxygen in your house. In your house. And so your cells need oxygen to remain healthy. And the plants give off the oxygen, like peace lilies, snake plants, aloe vera plants.
Nice.
Put plants in your house. And let me give you a number 4. Drink water.
Ooh, I need some of that.
You know what? People do not like to drink water. People, I'm going to be honest. I didn't grow up drinking water like that. But water flushes out your system, man. Anything going on in your body that's not good, if you drink enough water, it can potentially flush all that stuff out.
And is the 8, I think they say 8 cups a day, that's the suggestion, or should it be more or less, or it's just drink water in general? Of course you should drink water in general, but
the typical suggestion is a gallon a day, which is 8 cups, but you really are supposed to drink half of your body weight in ounces. So whatever your body weight is in ounces, that's how many ounces of water you should drink a day.
So big people need to be guzzling up.
Yeah,
right.
Pretty much.
Drink, that gallon of water a day is not a one-size-fits-all thing at all.
That was terrible. I shouldn't have said that.
But so right on time. Yeah.
All right. Lastly, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I did want to ask you about a couple specific things that you might have suggestions on. For back pain. So I have like lower back pain and sciatic issues. Anything you could recommend for those type of things, holistically speaking?
Man, CBD cream, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
I have one called Waverly for pain. Like if I pull, like sometimes I'll go to the gym and I might not stretch like I'm supposed to, and I'll pull a muscle in my back and it hurts. I apply the CBD cream. It does wonders. That cayenne pepper cream.
Pepper cream?
Yeah, you can get cayenne pepper oil or cayenne pepper cream. That helps with inflammation, because that's all that is your sciatica nerve is inflamed. So you want to do everything you can to reduce the inflammation in your back.
Okay.
And then cryotherapy.
Right, that's the cold stuff, right? That's like below freezing or something like that.
Yeah, you get into a chamber and it's negative 230 degrees Fahrenheit.
Shit. Wait a minute.
You're naked. You're completely naked.
Wait a minute now. You know I'm from South Carolina, right? You don't do cold.
You sit in there for 3 minutes. But all you do is sit in there for 3 minutes.
Shit, I don't like taking
And
cold showers. You talk about negative 200.
Yeah, no, yeah. We gotta do something else. Yeah, we need another suggestion.
but see,
we
but
ain't
why
gonna
do
go.
you
We ain't
think?
going with that one.
Why do you think like the athletes at Carolina, when they used to have injuries, they would get into a whole a tub of
Ice
ice?
bath.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same concept.
But you know, they working the muscles like that. I ain't no athlete. You know what I'm saying? I ain't burning my muscles like that. I don't be running up and down nobody field. Be sitting at a
That's
desk.
true.
So that's scary.
And then if you get massages too, massages will help.
Okay.
Like the hot stone massages. Cause I know I've had my sciatica nerve get inflamed, and boy, that pain is no joke.
Tell me about
So
it.
I
Shit.
definitely feel you on that.
Shit, boy.
But yeah, cause you don't knock cryotherapy till you try it, because it definitely works.
All right. Two more real quick. Vision. Anything that would help, like vision, the declining vision.
I just posted about this the other day. Pinhole glasses.
Who?
They look like shades, but they have like 1,000 holes in them.
Uh-huh.
They cost $15 or $20. Just look it up. Pinhole glasses. PINHOLE.
Mm-hmm.
What that does, because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I have dry eye or blurred vision because we sit in front of laptops all day.
Right.
So you wear the pinhole glasses for 15 minutes every day, and it helps to refocus your pupil. You'll feel your pupil moving, like expanding.
Wow.
And if you do it for 15 minutes every day, because at first your eyes are hurt, but after you do it 2 or 3 times, you'll start to see that when you put them on, it almost forces your eyes to focus on whatever you're looking at, and over time it increases and makes your vision a lot better.
Wow, I've never even heard of that.
And some optometrists and ophthalmologists, they actually use it, but you can buy them yourself.
Say $15-$20, right?
$15 to $20.
Dang,
I have some.
That's good. I'm gonna check that out.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm very interested in that. You know, getting older, the eyes ain't the same. You know.
Last ailment is like gastro problems, you know, like your intestines and stuff like that. You had any tips for that?
Like, you mean something like irritable bowel syndrome, or I have gas, or I have acid reflux,
stuff like that. Yep, exactly.
Ginger and licorice root.
Licorice root?
Absolutely.
Huh.
I'll tell you, I had acid reflux, because sometimes you can have acid reflux if you eat something too spicy for long periods of time, and I had a bout with acid reflux, and boy, whew, I started taking ginger capsules, ginger pills, and licorice root pills, and after about 3 or 4 days, my acid reflux went away. And another thing, I'll say, a teaspoon of baking soda in water, that helps too.
Really? That's it.
Baking soda and water acts like a natural Alka-Seltzer. So
that's good. Thank you for those tips. I appreciate that. That's some really good stuff. I'm gonna look into all of that now. You did mention a little while ago that you have a company, right, where you sell some products. You want to talk about it a little bit?
Absolutely. Yes. So last year I started Mother Nature Holistic Health. It's a health and wellness website, because I saw a lot of people getting sick with COVID and colds and flu. And, I was like, well, shit, I can make this for other people, because I already do it for myself. Mm-hmm. So I specialize in making elderberry syrup, sea moss, selling raw sea moss so people can do it, make it themselves, and also sage, burning sage. So MotherNatureHolisticHealth.org, that's the website. Check me out.
Check her out.
But yes, business has been booming. So
that's good. Thank you for that. I'm probably gonna be hitting you up. I'm probably gonna order some of the stuff from you, especially the sea moss. I've heard a lot of good things about sea moss, and I've already been taking elderberry. Probably not as often as I should, but the sea moss thing, I'm interested in trying it, and I'd rather try it from somebody that knows what they're doing than just some random company that says they have it. Like I believe you because you've been doing it since a kid, so. you're not gonna do anything for yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be bad. So I trust you, pretty much.
Absolutely. I need some of those Charleston herbs because I know y'all be cooking up them concoctions and stuff with the different herbs and stuff. I know you know some secrets.
Ah, man, we eat bad in Charleston. I don't know. We terrible in Charleston. I don't know. So I might not be able to help you in that because we eat a lot of fried soul food and all that good shit. They ain't giving up the meat, baby. We ain't giving up the meat.
No. Mm-mm.
Keep the
You heard my
seafood.
response
Just
earlier,
give
right?
up the hog.
Oh, let me
I
ask you
know.
this.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rex.
No, I just been saying, we can, keep the seafood. That's all good. We can never give that up.
Mm.
We can never give that
Right.
up.
Because I was gonna ask.
I try
Seafood is
hard
good
on the
for you,
meat
though.
though. Yeah.
No, seafood is actually good for you. I mean, seafood gives you the omega-3s for your brain and your heart and stuff. It's the hog, it's the red meat, the pork is what you should kind of stay away from.
Long as I ain't got to give up my blue crabs, I'm good.
All right.
No, blue crabs are good, man.
I love that. I
Nothing
love
wrong
that.
with it.
Well, Rex, is there anything else you would like to ask Miss Trina?
No, man, I got some good information. The pinhole glasses really got me interested, man. Got to get a pair of those.
Mm.
Yeah, man, try them out for it. Do it for like 30 days, 15 minutes a day, and I bet you'll see a difference in your vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah,
We're
thank you
gonna
again for those
dabble
tips.
in that.
Because I'm definitely. I think I'm gonna check out the pinhole thing because I think my eyes are getting a little wrong. I wear glasses, but just not all the time.
No, I know your eyes bad, though. Yeah,
Man,
you
shut up.
definitely need to get them pinhole glasses.
Shut up, man. And I'm interested in this cayenne pepper cream or oil, and I'm gonna try that oil po. I'm gonna try it. Hopefully I don't swallow it, but the key is don't swallow, right? Don't swallow.
Please don't swallow. Please.
True indeed, man. Well, Trina, again, I want to thank you for joining us and imparting us with some of that holistic wisdom. Like I said, I trust your knowledge of it. We like people over the past year with the pandemic. A lot of people been doing a lot of holistic suggestions, this, that, the third. But I trust you because of your story and your upbringing in it. So I wanted to get some of your take on how to use it, what's good for you, and some good practices people can put in their life, adopt into their lives. So thank you again for coming in. And the name of your company is Mother Nature Holistic
Mother Nature Holistic Health. And my website is mothernatureholistic.health.org.
There you go, people. Y'all go check out her website, order up some of that elderberry syrup, some of that sea moss, and get some of that sage. And do you give tips on your website as well?
Yes, I actually do. Under each product, I tell them, give the benefits of using each one of them. And I also point the consumer to like different blogs so that they can get more tips. So
good.
It's all on the website.
Nice. And before we let you go, one last question: what is the one thing that I don't want to say black people, but we should definitely not ingest in our body? If there's one thing you could say.
Oh my goodness, one thing not to ingest in your body. Ooh. Soda.
Oh, soda? That's easy. I can get rid of soda.
And black people love soda.
Ooh. Time to wrap this up.
Okay, you don't like soda. You don't like soda alcohol.
Oh, wait a minute. No, let's go back to the soda. Let's go back to the soda.
No, yeah, see?
Okay, I knew you weren't gonna like either one of them, but both of them.
Yeah, you struck out. You struck out on that one, dog. Sorry.
I can cut the soda out. No problem. But
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
Okay.
this. You know that something you could. It's something that you put on a soda can and it burns it in half. The chemicals in soda, you have no idea what it's doing to your body. The high fructose corn syrup. I mean, look it up for yourself. When you look up the ingredients in a Pepsi, it's going to make you like, oh my God,
Mm.
am I drinking this? It tastes good, but it's definitely not good for you.
I can't even pronounce
That's the
half of
only
them
thing.
ingredients. So shit.
Right. And that's why I will not read the ingredients off history, cool? I'm going to be blind to the fact, and that's just the bottom line. I'm sorry. Gotta
Oh,
have it.
That's fair.
oh man,
That's fair.
Trina, thank you again for joining us and like I said, giving us some of that good wisdom, man. We greatly appreciate it here on Primarily Speaking.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right, you safe travels on that road today, and I will be in touch. I'm gonna reach out to you to order some of that stuff though, for real, for real.
All right, and I'll send you some more stuff about the cayenne pepper cream.
Yeah, send me some tips on that. So if I can make it myself, I'll try. God damn it! But if you know someplace I can buy it,
Oh,
then let me know. I'll pick some of that because that sciatic ain't no goddamn joke, man, for real.
will do. Will do.
All right, thank you, Miss Trina. Until next time,
All
Thank
right,
you.
have a good one, y'all.
deuces.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Bye. All right, man. That was Miss Trina Butler, man, coming in and imparting some of that great wisdom of holistic things. So that was good, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah,
Some
that
good
was
tips.
pretty good. A lot of interesting stuff I did not know.
Me either.
Especially the pinhole glasses thing. That's
Yes.
real interesting right there.
Yeah, man. I had to look into that.
And the coconut oil. Yeah, I did not know about the coconut oil thing.
I might try that tomorrow, man. I'm gonna switch around some more. I got some sesame
Cause,
oil here.
cause,
What?
cause, please take your time, okay? Please take your time. You sound like you want to just jump on that thing. You gonna mess around and swallow all that oil, and it's gonna be problems, man. I'm telling you. Just take your time, man. Take your
I'm gonna
time.
give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try, man. I'm gonna give it a try. All right. Moving on with the show. Moving on with the show. Now I want to go ahead and get into this topic that I've been holding from you. And the topic is kids today have a false sense of entitlement.
Oh hell yeah.
And this is something that I've recently, I kind of knew about it, but kind of hit me in the face a little bit recently. Where the kids these days, you know what I think of this? Let me break it down this way real quick.
Yeah, break it down.
You know how you have a lot of movements going on. For one, you got the Black Lives Matter movement, which been going on, or the Black plight in and of itself. And now how you have the LGBT community and their movement, the Me Too movement, and all these different factions of people or subset of people that feel like they need to be treated fairly, right? They want fairness in the world and this, that, and the third. The problem I have with kids is that kids, you are not equal. You are not on an adult level. You while kids deserve a level of respect, you don't get the same level of fairness that everybody else is getting. And I think that these kids are seeing how all these movements are going on and these people are demanding their respect or demanding that they be taken more seriously and listened to and this, that, and the third. And kids themselves think that that goes for them too. No, it does not. I'm sorry. As a child,
Right.
you need to stay in a child's place. Now, should parents listen to kids more? I think we should listen more, but just because we listen don't mean you're going to get what you're asking for. We can hear you, but as the parent, my decision is final. You know what I'm saying? This is another adult. How my decision on something isn't necessarily final because I don't have dominion over that other adult. But when it comes to kids, or at least my kids, I do have dominion over you. So you may not like what I tell you to do, but you're going to do it because you are my child. And I have, just like when you're in the Army, you could be a big ass dude, but if you're a private, then you got to do what the lieutenant tell you. Doesn't matter. What do they call it? What do they call the hierarchy in the military? Chain of command. Chain of command. Yeah. Chain of command, man. You got to follow chain of command. And that's no different. I don't think there's no different when it comes to a household, when it comes to parents and kids, man. Had a recent situation where a kid thought that he deserved care in a certain way. He didn't feel like he was being cared for. And I couldn't tell you the whole gambit of what it is he thinks isn't coming to him as far as care. But what I do know is that care is being provided. And what I had to tell this kid is that you may not like or agree with how your parent does something. And that's fine. You don't have to agree. It's not a requirement for you to agree. But as long as that parent is providing you protection, nourishment, and guidance, then that's all they're required to do. You remember Fences, right, with Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
The
Great movie. Yeah.
I recently saw the clip where the son was like, "Dad, do you like me?" And Denzel was like, "I don't have to like you. I'm your father. I'm your father. I provide for you. I protect you. I make sure you got clothes on your back, food in your belly, and I give you good guidance and wisdom. I don't gotta like you. Don't have to like. That's not a requirement as a parent to like your children or for your children to like you. Only thing requirement is that they parent. That's it." And I think kids got that lost in the sauce, man. It kind of bothers me that these kids think that they have this certain level of entitlement that they haven't earned or necessarily deserve. It bothers me, man. I want to know what your thoughts is on this sense of entitlement that these kids got nowadays.
Well, you come to the right person when you're asking this question.
I knew you like this topic.
Yeah, I like this topic here because let me tell you something. This been going on for a good little while. And I think a lot of this shit started, like I said, late 60s and 70s, dog, around about the time when probably we were about to be born. All of a sudden, kids were being asked, things like, what do you want? And what do you think?
Why you say it like that?
And now this shit done permeate down to the fact that kids are actually in conversation with adults when adults are having an adult conversation and they're correcting adults. It's just ridiculous. It's like the Lord of the Flies, the live version.
Yes.
And it's just and I agree with you about them looking at certain things because they're exposed to a lot more and they see a lot of these movements going on. And just like how you say, kids will say shit like, well, I need my privacy. No, you don't. You don't earn no privacy. You got to earn a check. You got to earn them some money before you get some privacy. I learned that the hard way. You ain't got no job in here. You have no privacy. Nothing. I can go through all your shit. I don't need no warrant or nothing like that. Yeah. And that's how it's supposed
privacy.
To be. And that was and that privacy, man, please. And that was the pecking order back in the day, and it should always stay the same way. You get nothing. You are the little sponge that's just coming out. All you got to do is soak up all this knowledge and shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
That's all you got to do. Right, that's right. And Cuz was right. We can hear you. You can say what you want, but we're not going to do what you say.
Exactly.
That's just the bottom line. Because we know that in the end, you just want your way. That's all you want. You just want your way, no matter what it's the right thing or the wrong thing. Some kids get up in the morning thinking they can eat candy for breakfast. No, you can't. Sit down. You're gonna get a nice breakfast. You're gonna do what you need to do during the day, and that's how it's gonna be.
Yes.
The kids have gotten out of hand. The inmates are running the asylum, and it's time for adults to start acting like it.
I agree with you, and you've been saying that for a while now. You've actually been saying that for a long time, and I pushed back on you a little bit on several different occasions with that, and
I remember that. Yeah,
you ain't had to agree with that, but the problem is it getting out of hand. You know what I mean? Like they're taking it to a level that they don't deserve to be privy to. Like, you shouldn't even see this level of life yet for you to even be asking for fairness on it. You know what I'm saying? You are still way down here. Way down here. You know what I'm saying? I'm way up here with it. You know what I mean? And you just don't, like you said, kids just need to shut the fuck up, man. They need to shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear none of that foolishness. That's just like a while ago, me and my son got into it, and that was the wrong move for him to do. And I told him, he was trying to basically tell me in so many words he knows more than me. And I told him, I was like, in this lifetime, you're a rookie. You're in your 20s. You know nothing. There's nothing that you know that I ain't already been through. So be quiet and shut up and listen. You can't have that. You can't have the rookies telling the veterans what to do. The veterans, it's the other way around.
Yes,
You
sir.
know?
You know, my son
Yeah.
said we were having a conversation with him, just a regular conversation, and I'm paraphrasing what he said. This wasn't word for word, but he was basically saying that we don't we don't. He recognized that we provide someplace for him, but he was just saying, paraphrasing that he said, what was it like? We don't do nothing for him, and that shit pissed me off. Oh my god, me and the wife were sitting there having a conversation, and I've been doing a lot of talking, trying to explain, trying to be cordial and explain and not talk down to him, but just talking to him. But when he said that shit, I had to shut up because anything else that come out of my mouth was not gonna be pleasant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I just stayed quiet. I couldn't believe he had the mitigated gall to come out and with the sentiment that we don't do anything for him. Like, nigga, you don't starve. You don't really need for anything. Like, you don't even know what it was like growing up when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying? And not just the times was different, but we was poor growing up. Like, he don't know what poor is at all. He has no idea what being poor is. You know what I'm saying? Because everything he's ever needed, he's gotten. Just about anything he's wanted, he's gotten. And they don't understand that struggle. They don't get the struggle. Kids nowadays don't get the struggle. You know what I'm saying? From my POV, I don't think a lot of kids understand what that struggle was like, man. And the sense of entitlement, it bothers me a lot. It really bothers me, man. What can we do, man? Do we have to go back to the 80s, 90s way of parenting? Do we have to do that, man?
Absolutely. I think it's necessary, and I think it needs to be done right now. Let me tell you that. And I heard your scenario this time. Let me give you a rationale on what would happen if that was my situation. This is a little analogy.
Oh Lord.
Once my son told me, y'all don't do nothing for me. It'd be a period where he'd be blacked out. I help him out, dust him off, and ask him, so what do you mean that we don't do nothing for you? I want you to explain it. And I would dare him to explain it. And if he had the stupidity to think that he could honestly say it and explain it, he was going to get knocked out again. He was going to continue to get knocked out until he said, I apologize. Y'all do a lot for me. I must have been losing my mind. And that's how that would go.
I couldn't even believe this shit, man. I couldn't believe this shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Man.
To even for your brain to even allow you to formulate the words to say that was like, what the fuck?
I think sometimes when they get to a certain size and age, and they think about the things that they want, they'll say silly shit like that. And then you just got to just, boop, put them back in the right place. That's all. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Just a little bit out of whack, just shake it up real good. Be all right.
I'm going to tell you about another scenario where these kids are just off their rocker, man. And keep it vague just to not point anybody out, but I know about a kid that they didn't feel as though they were getting a certain level of attention or guidance. I'll say guidance. And in their mind, they felt like it was about school. So it's about school. And the kid wasn't, the teacher might give you something at the beginning of the year. Here are the list of things that we're going to do for the year or what I expect from you from the year. Here are some of the assignments for the year. And, and they got due dates. And so the kid wasn't turning the stuff in when he was supposed to be turning it in. And, it's been like several months had passed. And so now the teacher's like, where's the stuff? And the kid's like, they didn't feel as though doing the work would reflect their grade because they're failing in the class, but they didn't feel as though if they did turn the work in, it was going to affect their grade. So they didn't do the work. And and it's like and his whole point was that, well, it doesn't affect my grade. So that's why I didn't do it. What's the purpose of doing it if it don't affect the grade or significantly affect the grade? And I had to explain. I was like, it's not about the grade per se. ultimately, yeah, we want you to passing the class is the thing you should be doing. But when people give you a set of instructions on things to do, it's not simply about the grade. It's about following instruction, doing what you're supposed to be doing, you know what I mean, and learning how to follow how to follow instruction. You know what I mean? Because we're raising, as parents or adults, our job is to give guidelines and raise these kids so that they can become productive people in society. And part of that productivity is learning how to follow rules or follow instruction. You know what I mean? And that comes in different forms. And if you can't follow simple instructions, how are you going to follow intense instructions? You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
And that was what I pointed out to understand is like it's not about the grade. It's about just following simple instructions. Like why you can't just do that? And it was a fight to get that understanding, to pull them away from the idea of it's about a grade. It's like these kids think that what they think is more important than what we tell them. And I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I don't like it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like it, cuz.
Yeah, it's a huge problem, man. And I think, like I said, once you get kids to thinking that they on level with adults, that's the type of problem that you have. They're gonna challenge you, mentally. Some might challenge you physically.
Mm-hmm.
Mind, if you're listening, don't fuck around and do it.
Exactly. Gut punch, God damn it.
Yeah. Cause, listen, as far as mine, yeah, I'll definitely fuck a stranger kid up. So I'll definitely fuck my kid up. So, okay. That's how it goes down. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, man. These kids need to be put in their place. And that's on the parents, man. We get real hard on these kids, but they just doing what they're allowed to do.
Mm.
Not
not all the time, but yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, not all the time. Of course not all the time. Because you got some real good parents out there, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's the bloodlines or they done dropped the beat too much in their head, but some of these kids just get out of hand for no reason. And it's a rare occasion when you see kids that are brought up properly kind of stray away.
Yeah, that is true.
9 times out of 10, if you raising them right, they'll come up right. But if you messing up and trying to show them a certain way to love that's not conducive of being a kid, then they're gonna grow up a certain way, and 9 times out of 10 they will be in jail or in the ground. That's just a harsh reality. So you better raise them right.
Better raise them right, man. These children, man.
Yeah, it's time for the games to stop and everybody to stop playing and acting like there's a joke or whatever. But I'm telling you, and I see a lot of that nowadays where the kids just absolutely disrespectful to elders, and you cannot expect good fortune or long living if you acting like that, and that's just real. I've seen it. So
preach, cuz preach on them, man.
Hey, yeah, that's all I can do, man.
These children, man, they need. I think. I definitely think that we need to do a better job as parenting. Like we might be present, right? We're present as fathers and mothers. We're present more so than we have been. Speaking fathers specifically, we're more present now than we were prior. But we got to start laying the law down a little bit more. You know what I mean? As far as paving the structure or the road that these kids are going to be traveling on, because this sense of entitlement shit is getting way too far. Like, I don't know. I think mostly, I won't say in black kids, because I don't know. I feel like white kids been doing that shit. But black kids are getting a little more brazen in how they talk back and what they think they deserve and yada yada this, yada yada that. Yes, you deserve nothing. Okay? All you deserve is to be able to breathe and appreciate the air that we provide for you. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? As long as we are providing for you, as far as a home, as far as clothing, as far as nourishment, and we're protecting you, you know what I mean, from any would be, people that want to do you harm in any kind of way, you know what I mean, and we're giving you guidance. Those are the only 3 things we need to do as parents. Stop expecting more than that. If you get more than that, then good, great. But if you don't, shut the fuck up. You're still getting them 3. So that's all. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, especially American kids. Because let me tell you something. It's way harder for kids in other countries. Because if we seeing your low asses over there, you'd be crying to get back over here. So shut the fuck up.
Shit, over there, saying some of these children to the hood and or to some of these I hate to say it, but disenfranchised families that have so much to deal with. You know what I mean? Send them anywhere, man. That shit isn't all good. And shit.
Send them anywhere, but just get them out here. How about that?
God damn, boy, these children, these sense of entitlement, man. But anyway, talking about kids and sense of entitlement, man. You want to talk about the violence that's going on, down in the Chuck, man, in South Carolina in general, and some of these gang activity. What's going on, man? What's up?
Yes, a lot of gang problems at the high schools and even the middle school levels nowadays.
Yep.
I don't know how it's a gang problem. Yeah, I don't know how it's a gang problem in middle school because middle school consists of 11, 12, and 13-year-olds.
You'd be surprised, cuz. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I am, because if I was teaching or a principal in a middle school and they told me that we had a gang problem, I'd find these little motherfuckers and kick the shit out of them. They are little kids. You can do them any way you want. You can pick them up, slam them. You can throw them around. You can kick them in the chest. They tall enough. You can do whatever you want. They can't hurt you. What are they gonna do? Punch you? You ever got punched by an 11-year-old? It doesn't hurt. They can't fight like that. You know, you just jack their little ass up, or you choke them out to the point where you don't kill them. And I got the proper technique. You just clasp your hands. Like the Bart Simpson thing and Homer Simpson. You just jack them up. But I mean, it's awful, man. They had just this weekend alone between, I believe, Thursday and Saturday, and today is Sunday, which we are recording. 6 little kids, 6 young kids got killed.
Oh, wait. Where is this happening?
Down here, down in Charleston.
Shit.
In the area, one in West Ashley, my neck of the woods, Goose Creek area, and I believe North Charleston. Multiple shootings. One kid got killed in a grocery store in the Piggly Wiggly. How you gonna get killed in the Piggly Wiggly, man? Yes,
a kid.
They went in the grocery store behind. Yeah. They went. Well, I say kid. He actually was 22 years old.
Oh, okay.
But still too young to be dying like that. Apparently, they got this gang thing going around. And these guys are here thinking they're in Chicago. This is not Chicago. This is Charleston. And we need to get back to being like how we used to be. Because I just...
Ain't nobody want to throw hands no more, man. Nobody want to throw hands no more.
Yeah. That shit crazy. And I never remembered kids killing each other at this rate down here in Charleston when we was young like this. I can remember certain shit going on, but...
Nah, I don't think there wasn't a lot of shootings like that. You know what I mean? People getting shot. It was some really bad fights. Now, don't get me wrong, but guns wasn't really big in like the late 80s, early 90s. It wasn't really big like that. Even in middle school, mid 90s, I don't think it was bad like that, man. It was not as far as gunplay. It wasn't that bad.
Right. And it's gotten way out of hand now. I heard at least 6 dudes this week alone just basically saying we losing or we already lost. They just basically giving up on the fight already. Like, it's just that bad, man. And then I can see, dads like them dads in Shreveport, Louisiana, getting up off their ass and making sure that the school is straight. Yeah, and that give me hope, that we can actually turn this thing around. Because I think a lot of this got to do with the single parent home and going towards the disrespect of black men. All this deadbeat dad shit done come to a head, man. Because you got kids out here now, they're not just not afraid of the moms anymore, but they ain't afraid of the dads either. At one point, you could have somebody telling you, I'm going to tell your daddy when you get home. Mm-hmm. Well, when he get home. And you scared to death. Because you know what daddy gonna do. Well, that also implies that daddy coming home. And nowadays, daddy don't come home, man. You see daddy on the weekend or on special occasions or whatever. So he don't get that time, to really bond with his child no more, man. And I think it's all trickling down now. You see these kids acting out. They need that time, man. And I remember we talked about that a while ago, and I was like, at a certain point, I think if the kid lived with the mom from a baby to a certain age, then I think at a certain age until that kid go off to college, they should be able to live with their dad too, if he's responsible enough to take care of them.
Yeah.
Like in Boys in the Hood. That's still one of my favorite movies. Yeah, that's still one of my favorite movies for that part alone, because she had the courage enough to know that she couldn't raise him the way he needed to be raised, and he had to be with his daddy. And she sacrificed that time. A lot of times you'll hear people say, well, I don't want to do that because of what it would do for me. But you're just thinking about you. You ain't thinking about that child, man. And that instruction that he needs growing up and becoming a young man or a young woman.
To add on to what you're saying, real quick, is that's good. And what we also need to make sure is on the receiving end is solid men that are going to be that beacon, that father that can train or show that child what they need, or give that child what they need. You know what I mean? Like while we've made a lot of good positive strides on the fatherhood side, with more and more men stepping up and being fathers, we still got a long way to go. There's still a lot of shitty dudes out there that's not doing what they're supposed to be doing as far as that father role goes. So it's not just about what the fuck?
Oh, excuse me. Got a news break.
The fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I was the Tampa Bay game on. Oh shit!
Yeah. I saw it before you saw it.
That was some bullshit. Sorry, we were such in a very, very deep conversation. That was not a good. That was not a good cut in.
And you got all distracted. Yeah.
Shit, man. Sorry.
That's right. Boo the Bucks. Boo.
Sorry, listeners. Right. Sorry, listeners. But Tampa Bay just fumbled the ball. But sorry. But anyway, getting back on track, man. We got to make sure that we have solid fathers on that receiving end for those mothers that know that they should be sending their kids to their fathers to do that, to take care of that type of role. And big shout out to the group is called Dads on Duty in Louisiana. That went to that school because the school was having a lot of fights, and when they came through, they start being present. I think it's like they have a rotating group of dads that just are on that campus throughout the entire day. And I think they say since those guys have been doing it, there haven't been any fights on that campus. So salute to those dads on duty, man. Salute to them guys, man.
That's right.
What else you got on that talk? You finished with that, or you got more to say?
And I'm gonna be petty too. There you go, ladies. How about that? The daddy's laying down the law. We did something you couldn't do. Ha! How about that? Yeah. I told you so. Yeah. How about that? I'm gonna be petty about. Yeah. They're gonna have to get that. They're gonna have to wear that, man.
Get your petty on, man. I ain't knocking you.
Dad's on duty. Ha! That's what I'm talking about.
Salute to those brothers, man. I don't see mothers at the school. Where y'all at?
That's right.
I'm just playing for they chop my head off. But anyway, man. Anything else you want to say on that topic, sir?
No, man. I done touch every base I need on that topic. My opinion is not gonna change. Kids, shut the fuck up and do what you're told. Point blank.
Yeah, Mom. I'm starting to while I still like a balance. I have to agree with you, man. This ain't one of them things that's balances. Kids need to stay in their fucking place. Period.
Yeah.
Period. You are not entitled to the same respect as adults, man. I'm sorry.
As an adult, yeah. Get a job. How about that? You don't earn nothing. You bring nothing in. You just take everything out. Nobody wants to hear that, man.
And let me be clear. I didn't say you don't deserve respect. I said you don't deserve the same type of respect that adults get. So
yeah, make it clear, because they'll cry and whine. He said we don't deserve no respect. No, he didn't.
Put that in your baby bottle and drink it. God damn it.
Yeah.
Moving on, man. I think we can go ahead and wrap this up just shortly, man. The Injustice movie, man. DC put out the Injustice movie. I thought that shit was good.
I got to see that, man.
Got to watch
I gotta
it,
watch
cuz. Got to watch that one, cuz. That shit was good, man.
Yeah.
Shit was
Definitely
good.
gonna check it out.
Yeah, check that out, man. Any entertainment thing you want to wrap on? Anything like that?
No, man. Everything good with me. Some good music out there. I listen to different shit. I've been digging this new Kevin Ross guy.
Who was that? I never
Um,
heard of him. Who's that?
he's an R&B artist. He's pretty smooth. I like his music. What's going on? There's a Nigerian revolution going on
Okay.
that I'm really digging. Wizkid, you know who Wizkid is?
Yeah, Wizkid. He got that song with Tim's, man. I love that song.
Yeah.
You
Listen,
don't
let me
need
tell you
no
something. That song is
other
a year old.
body.
Body, exactly. There
Boy,
you
that's
go.
my jam, boy. I be vibing. That's a vibe. That's a whole vibe right there. Shit.
That is the jam. That's right. It's a Nigerian movement going on, ladies and gentlemen, and you need to get up on it. There's a lot of great artists coming out of that place, man, with some good music. I just been thinking on my music lately is some, good music, and that needs to be a topic coming up. What happened to the love songs? There are no more love songs on the radio, and I'm upset with that. You know what? I'm pretty upset with that.
I actually was
I think
just
we need
thinking
more love songs.
when you started talking about this, I was going to ask you because I know that you don't necessarily just listen to all the popular rap songs and shit like that. You know what I mean? You kind of dig in the crates a little bit and hear some of the stuff that's off the beaten path a little bit. And I was going to ask you for some of your suggestions as far as new music out. And I don't know how often you actually check it out, but I want to start getting some of that info from you, man. You know, Mika, she's real big on just music, so she gives me some pointers, but all her stuff is mostly, I don't say, not like it's a bad thing, but it's just like women type artists. But
Right.
I want to get your take from the brother, man. I want to get that take.
Yeah, we can definitely make that happen, man. Like I said, a lot of good music out there right now. Check out Kevin Ross. I think he's a fly artist. Of course, my boy Lucky D. He's starting to blow right now.
Lucky D.
He's getting his due. Yeah, Lucky D. He got a song out with Earth, Wind, and Fire, actually.
Okay.
A new single. Yeah. And he doing his thing. That brother can blow too. I don't do the Milli Vanilli stuff. You can't sing for real. I can't deal with it. So
Lily Vanilli.
you gotta be able to bring it. Yeah.
Oh, the kids don't know what that is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They might
Vanilli.
not understand that. That's your homework for the evening, kids. Google Milli Vanilli.
Google
and then you'll
Milli
understand the
Vanilli.
joke.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's
how about
funny.
that? But other than that, nah. I mean, that's all my entertainment is. As far as the music, I'm just loving the music right now. We need more love songs. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can agree with that. I like a good love song. I like good R&B music. You know what I mean? A lot of the R&B music is. I mean,
Trash.
It's
trash.
No,
trash.
I ain't gonna say it's trash. My problem with a lot of R&B music is all they talk about is fucking. Not even sex. They don't even talk about making love, though. They just talk about fucking in the R&B song. R&B ain't for fucking.
Right.
I mean, you can fuck the R&B, but it ain't for fucking. Like, the song itself ain't supposed to be for fucking. The song is supposed to be for love making or sexual, type of just sex, but not just fucking. You know what I mean?
Man, because they done crossed the streams, man, using the old Ghostbusters line. They done crossed the streams.
I'm like,
and you're never supposed to cross the streams.
You know how many times I be listening to the radio and there be a song on R&B or something, and I'd be like, damn, they talking about sex. Gotta change the station because my daughter in the car. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd be that dad where I gotta change the station because of what they talking about in the music. But here I am. But yeah, we need more love making songs, man. Love making good soulful R&B, not all just fucking all the time. God damn. But
right. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, keeping it moving. Let's go ahead and jump into our last segment, sir. Sit your ass down.
Oh boy, here we go. Shaboinging.
I will go first today.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go first today. For sit your ass down today. You probably already guessed it. I'm gonna say kids. Kids of today's generation need to sit their ass down. All right. Here's why.
All of them.
And I've said, you've heard me say this earlier, just probably maybe 20 minutes ago. You've heard me say this. But you are not an adult. You do not deserve the same level of respect that adults get. As long as your parent is providing for you, protecting you, and giving you good guidance, I don't want to say good guidance, just giving you guidance. You know what I mean? You need to sit your ass down and, like Rex said, shut the fuck up. Because you're still a child. You're still a child. Whether you're 15 or 5, you're a fucking child. And as your parent, if I ain't doing you wrong, I ain't starving you, I ain't having you out here halfway naked. You know what I'm saying? Giving you someplace to live. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You are not entitled to anything other than those things, man. Just like Denzel Washington said in the Fences film, I don't have to like you. You my son. I'm your father. I don't have to like you. I have to love you, provide for you, do all that good stuff I just named, man. So all y'all kids that's on that bullshit, that thinking that you deserve some level of fairness that a lot of other a subset of people are fighting for and getting, you are not them. You hear me? You're not being discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? You're not being held from things or prevented from doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. Fuck all of that bullshit. Sit your ass down and shut the fuck up. Period. I keep it short today. That's my sit your ass down.
Get him, cuz. Yeah, cuz. Get him. That's why I'm talking about Breaker's bad. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be done. Now,
who you got today,
Joe's. You know what? I had a real dilemma because I wanted to put 2 people in particular, but I'm gonna give honorable mention to Jada Pinkett Smith.
Ooh.
Yes, Smith done run her mouth again, and whether intentionally or unintentionally, she put her man on blast again. But we're not really going to dive into Jada. We already know what Jada is. She likes to mess with her son's homeboy. So we already know what time it is with her. Well, go ahead and get rid of that. You can do a whole lot better, man. Leave her and her red goddamn table. Kick them to the curb, dog. Her, Imama, all up. Just put them all up. Put them all up. But who really need to sit down, and they need to sit their ass down immediately, this week is Russell Westbrook.
Whoa.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, I want to hear this. Yeah. What happened?
Oh, yeah. Russell Westbrook showed his true colors this past week by having a quadruple double with turnovers and getting mad at the young Oklahoma City Thunder team for not only spanking the Lakers, but getting a last-second dunk on a stolen ball.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Russell Westbrook had the nerve to talk about that's not the right way to do things. That's not and my head exploded when I heard him say that, because this is a man who constantly goes around acting like he's a bully, playing at 100 miles an hour, blowing chances for championships for Kevin Durant, and he might be jeopardizing LeBron James this year too. This dude is a walking contradiction. He is one of the worst players ever to play in the NBA. Yeah, he's exciting to watch, but you can't have your point guard saying, and he has said this, on the basketball court, the only friend that I have is the basketball. What about your teammates? You're supposed to have 4 other friends out there, man, that you're playing together with, Russell. Russell, I need you to sit your ass down. And start wearing them dresses, too. We ain't even get on that part, but maybe that's why he acting out against the kids, because he's a little, emotional.
That was underlined. That was fun. That was good. Thank you. That was good. I was wondering, like, why you mad? You just mad because you losing. That's it. You mad because you losing. You mad because he losing.
Yeah, he's just mad because he losing. I mean, because he's already done the same thing, man. I'm telling you, dog. He done get a dunk, or he done, find a way to get an extra rebound so he can do the triple-double thing or whatever. And with all his triple-doubles, you know how many championships they amounted to?
0.
None. Just like the number one in jersey. 0. And he's a big fat zero playing for the Lakers this year. And he's the main reason the Lakers ain't gonna win a championship.
What?
Russ, I need you to sit your ass down.
As a matter of fact, I believe I went on record. I might have said this on here. I think I did say it on one of our episodes. What did I tell you? I said the Lakers are not going back to the playoffs next year.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Because of injuries or whatever else reason. I mainly think it's gonna be injuries. Niggas, anybody that think they winning the chip this year, good luck.
No, exactly. They're not winning no championship this year. And I just wanted to be known, in case you don't know, as far as the show wise, I am the number one Laker hater in the world, Craig. In the world. I hate the Lakers. How about that?
Oh
right.
man. Well, thank you again for that. That sit your ass down, man. That was great. I like that. I love that. So that's the show today, man. That's the show, man. Anything else you want to say to the people before we tie a knot in this one?
Get vaccinated. How about that? Still some people out there, listening to the sound of my voice and ain't vaccinated. And if I find out, I'm gonna come and find you and I'm gonna throw bad apples at you.
I'm actually gonna get my booster shot next month. Getting my booster shot next month. So I can enhance my immune system to this nasty little thing that's still going around. So people, please be mindful. Please be mindful. It's still here. It ain't going nowhere. So that's that. All right. That has been our show for today. Another wonderful, wonderful episode of Primarily Speaking. Big shout out to the homie Trina for coming in and blessing us with some holistic knowledge as far as better things to put in your body and better things to do with your body or to your body to make it even more healthy, man. Shout out to her site, Mother Nature Holistic. Oh, shit. She gonna kill me. I forgot what the last word was. But check it out. Go check her out.
That's how we do it right here, man. That's how we do it.
Go look her up, man.
Sometimes
look her up, man.
Sometimes it's off.
She's
Miss Trina, we're not gonna give up the meat. I'm sorry.
Can't give up the meat yet.
The meat and the sodas. The meat and the sodas. I can't do it.
I can do sodas. That's not a problem. But the meat, I can't give up the meat. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm sorry. Love me a good piece of steak. Oh, I think I want one right now.
No doubt.
Oh, but anyway, I almost slipped away. But anyway, thank you again, Trina. We appreciate you for coming through. Y'all check her out. Primarily Speaking, man, I have been your host with the most, man, with the gas, Mr. Poppin' 2 quarters. Let me get it that ass. It is your boy Prime in the motherfucking building.
That's right, and right there on by his side, man, is the total package Rex there, bro. Captain Carolina. I like the low dramatic pause. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna incorporate that little dramatic pause, whatever. But we here represent Primarily Speaking. This is what we do. We speak primarily about all types of topics.
Yes, sir.
Come back and see us again. Mm-hmm.
You know where to catch us at. We on Facebook. We on Instagram. But you can catch our podcast on Spotify. You can catch us on SoundCloud. Catch us on Anchor FM, Apple Podcasts, and a lot of other your favorite podcast networks, man. We on YouTube as well, so check us out. PRIMERILY, speaking no spaces, underscores, or dashes. Holler at your folk, man, because we are out here and we ain't going no motherfucking where, bitches.
Bring me everyone.
Right.
What do you mean everyone?
That's
Come
right.
follow your guy, man. Come follow your guy. We are out this bitch.
Peace.
Deuces.
We good. It's alright. We good. It's alright. We good. It's alright. It's alright.
Running races around the races, got 499 and come around. Meet me at the finish line. That's where it's going down.